So I guess, Chris, where do you kind of see the market heading? I know people are asking about what's going on with rates, what's going on with prices, where's the market heading, like what's happening right now? Where do you see it?
Well, inventory is an issue, right? I'm interested to actually get your take on what you're seeing on that side. I would say from the rate environment side, in buying real estate, I think now is a great time to buy. What's interesting is that the market right now is so sensitive to interest rates because we've been so low through COVID, right? COVID rates are gone for now. And hopefully if they go low, COVID doesn't come back, right? Let's keep that separate. Yes, yeah. But at the end of the day, you're not buying an interest rate, you're buying a home. And I think that's an important point for people to understand. Rates come and go. The average life of any loan is typically under 5 years. If I had a nickel for every time somebody told me that they were gonna be in this home and rate forever, I would have a lot of money, right?
That's an interesting point. Yeah.
So, the market changes and I truly believe that right now it's still a great time to buy. You got to be prepared, but it's a great time to buy.
Yeah, I think one of the things you mentioned early and as you were just talking was the supply and the inventory of homes, and that sort of is how we're looking at the market over the long run. Is we've obviously been in this inventory constrained market for quite a while now. And that's really due to a literally decades-long undersupply of housing in Massachusetts and in some other parts of the country as well. But it's so difficult to add new supply to the market, and there's no runway for building the amounts of homes we need to catch up in this market. That's why sort of prices have appreciated. That's why it's a relatively stable market too, even when the economy is not doing so well, because there's just not ever going to be an oversupply of homes. And fundamentally, it's the supply and demand curve that is affecting prices. And so there's never too much supply. There's always enough demand that's supporting and sustaining prices. And that's really the fundamental sort of driver in pricing, not rates.
Right. And I think what people have to realize too, especially when you're watching the news or reading these articles for national publications, is that, we're in a shortage, I think, 4 or 5 million homes right now, right? But if you're in a market, let's say in Arizona, right? Vegas, they have plenty of room to build.
Right.
It's a completely different market than right here in the greater Boston area. I mean, we don't have the land to build.
Right.
So that's why, I consider ourselves lucky. The location to the water, the hospitals, the financial institutions, the universities, the culture. It's such a great city with so much value that yes, we're going to have our ups and downs, but our values are truly going to hold here locally.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, we have ultimately buying a home is a lifestyle, is a personal decision. It's not about, like you said, buying a rate or even really the price. It's about finding the right fit for you. And what is amazing about this part of the country, in Massachusetts and Boston area so specifically, is you have all those amenities, the cultural amenities you just mentioned, the geographic amenities, just the sort of activity and sort of the joy of living here is why it's so desirable. It will always be a desirable place to live, and that's why we foresee the market continuing to appreciate. I think the rate of appreciation will slow down a little bit. Just prices have appreciated pretty high, and the rates are going up a little bit, so it's going to slow down the appreciation. But it's still ultimately a great sort of long-term place to buy, own, and live. And so that's the way we're advising buyers right now to sort of think about that as a lifestyle choice.